Hey everyone, we're going to put new headlights in the JL today. Start by opening the hood. Pretty self-explanatory. When the hood's open, you're going to look for 6 plastic clips. What you're going to do is remove all 6 of these first, and you're going to do that by taking a flathead screwdriver or a clip pry tool, pop in the little head up, and then getting under it and wiggling it, and it will come out. You're going to repeat this for the other 5 clips and try not to lose any pieces. So once you get these pieces out, you're going to have to remove the grill by yanking forward, and sometimes it doesn't come as easy as it should. So I was using the top of the Devos Light Ranger to kind of take a look, and there's 5 or 6 little clips down below, so grab at the bottom of the grill and kind of pull out, and the whole grill should come off. Now that we've got the grill off, very simply, 3 10mm bolts. Use an impact, an air ratchet, electric ratchet, whatever, and go on and buzz those bolts out. They do have Loctite, which kind of makes it a little bit difficult to get them out if you're doing it by hand, so I prefer power tools. You're going to pull the whole headlight out. When you do this, just kind of set it down. It'll stay. And then there's a black plastic cap that you have to twist counterclockwise to get off. And it's a little rubber seal on there. You want to check that, make sure it's good, and that keeps all the water and everything out of the headlight assembly. From here, it's not too bad. This little gray U clip has to be slid out of the way so that you can push down on that tab. And when you do that, you pull the headlight out. You unplug it. And the headlight from here on, the H13 bulb is like any other bulb on any other light. You just twist it and pull it out. So it's not too big of a deal. Get your new LED light. These are from Beamtech. And you put it in. Give it a twist. They only go in one way, so you can't really mess it up. And you repeat the process, or reverse the process rather. You put it in, clip it, put the lock down, and tuck it away inside the headlight. There's plenty of room, but you got to finagle it a little bit. When you do that, there's a little fan on these lights too, so it keeps them cool. You go ahead and put the cap back on. I had a wire in the way, so I had to move it. But once you get that figured out, that cap will twist back on, and then you are ready to reinstall the light. But before you install the light and run the bolts back in, it's always a good idea to, I want to note that the lights have little alignment pegs that you have to line up to, but go ahead and turn on the lights and see if they work. Make sure that everything is okay. It should be, but you just want to make sure that everything works. So when you get both lights done and you're ready to put them back in, get your bolts back out, the 6 10mm bolts, line up those pegs, get the light on, and start threading by hand, and then put them back in however you'd like. If you use an impact or anything, do not run them in. You can break the plastic housing, so run them in a little bit and then finish it by hand. One thing I noticed that was cool is that they have the little Jeep emblem in the headlight, which I thought was kind of neat. When you get everything back on, all you do is you put the grill back on. Goes on. It's a pretty simple process to clip it back in, so just line it up and then tap it on the bottom to get those clips in. Make sure it fits nice and snug. And very simply, go ahead and put those plastic retainers in. And a lot of the times they separate, so take the bottom part of the retainer, put it in the hole, and then you take the top of it and that little pin that goes in there. It looks like the hurricane symbol on the Weather Channel, which I thought was kind of funny. You just put that back in there. They can kind of be a little difficult, and then you get it in and push it down and lock it down, and you do that for the other 6 or the other 5 clips. So go ahead and get it in, push the pin down, and so on. And when you got all of them in there, you go ahead and close her up, and she's done. So I'm going to show you a driving clip. The one on the left is the original halogen lights. The one on the right here is the LED bulbs. Made a very big difference. I'm not sure if the camera really shows it, but it does really nice at night. Now it's very bright, and she's very happy.